A little update on my Shaper Origin setup. This signboard, you know, it's got this paper backing on it, and I did a couple of small things where I needed to tape my project down, and this does not like tape very well. It started to peel up a little. So I took the time today and laminated the top of my two tables. These two I did both sides. No, I didn't do only one side on this one. This is the one I got done on both sides. So this is going to be much nicer, and then obviously it'll be a lot easier to peel the tape off of this laminate. So this was a pretty straightforward project, but it did turn out nice, and I like the feel of this. I did this piece as well. I have pieces cut to do the other side of these, but I ran out of contact cement glue. I wasn't going to run out and buy some more just to do that, so I'll live with these as they are for now, and then when I get to that point, if I need to flip this over, I've got pieces ready to go to laminate that. So the other thing that I was going to kind of let you in on is I got a package here today, and I'll show you what that is over here. And well, if I can find my utility knife. There it is. From Woodpeckers to me. It's the Still Stop miter gauge. I decided to take the plunge and buy the new miter gauge. I've already got the fence system. I bought that separately and jerry rigged it to my general table saw fence, or miter gauge I should say, but they were running a little special or a sale or some kind, I guess, that kind of got me to buy this. Let's see how it looks. There's the hardware. Here's the gauge. Well packaged. And they've got this miter bar that's got these spring-loaded, I don't know what you'd call them, spacers, I guess, to keep it nice and tight in the slot of your table saw. So I'm going to set this up, and when I get it set up, you don't really need to watch me do that, but I'll take apart my old gauge. Let me grab that. So you can see what I had to do with this one. You know, come up with a piece of wood to adapt to the metal or the aluminum extrusion. But it also gave me a zero clearance piece here, which I will save, I hope, and be able to use with this one. Right, that transition was pretty easy. Got my adapter board here that I'll no longer need. I can't imagine what for, but I'll keep it. the thing that I'm liking so far is that they've got these adjustable bolts in here. I shouldn't say adjustable bolts that are in this slot that allows you to adjust the extrusion back and forth so that I can get this set up. My zero clearance insert, and I'm still able to use that. It comes with a couple of screws here if you want to put, you know, a washer in here to have it captured in your miter slot. I'm not going to use that part. Other than that, I think I'm ready to go. So it's set to 90. I'm going to drop it in my table saw over here, clear things out and make an initial cut with it and see how I am set up for square. I'll probably just take this board right here and try it, and then I'll show you the results. Alright, a couple of things. This is not a drop-in miter gauge like this one, my old one, where you can just put it in the slot and be ready to go. And you can see how easily that moves. Now, this bar also has a provision for a T-slot piece that would go in there, but I've never used it. This one does not drop into the miter gauge slot, and right now it's a little high, and I think that's because I put these T-slot washers on, and I'm going to take them off now. But they're on, and I'll just say this. This thing is so snug, it's hard to move actually. And you know, you're not going to pull it out of the miter gauge slot because you've got these washers in there. So it looks like that's causing it to be sitting up, because I didn't have that problem before. So I'm going to take these off. One thing it did do was showed me how much junk I have in my T-slot. I'll get these out of there. So these were the washers that were in there, or that came with the fence. And you can actually see a little shining on there from where they were rubbing in this slot. Let me show that to you. So you can see that shining on the outside edges, hopefully, where it was rubbing. At any rate, I won't be using these. So, like I said, this is not a drop-in gauge. You can't just drop it in because of these spring-loaded the spring-loaded bar, I guess. So you have to bring it back, put it in the slot, and get it up to speed that way. And now I'm below the surface. So the washers were not going to work for me. The T-slot washers, they wouldn't work anyway. But now it does move a little easier. I'm able to adjust this to get my zero clearance just right. There it is. And my blade doesn't move. So I do like that part. I mean, it's rock solid. This thing is just rock solid. And the spring-loaded bar keeps it registered to the outside edge of this miter gauge slot. So I don't really plan on using this for any big major crosscuts. Whenever I do that, I usually use my sliding table. So this is pretty much for small work, which is going to be fine. You know, I'll have it set up, and I'll always probably be starting right here, which is probably about a foot back from the blade. But I've always liked this setup, where I could have this zero clearance stop, and then you also got your, or zero clearance cut here. Then you also got your adjustable stops here in this fence to cut identical parts. Let me get that chunk of wood, make a cut with it. I haven't touched any settings, so let me see how well this does for the first time. I'll grab my square as well here. For the first cut right out of the box. So now that I've got this, I know exactly where it's going to cut. I won't have to take that much off. Get this thing set up. Get my eyes and ears on here. It's about as square as you can get. I will take that all day long, right out of the box. Try it the long way here. It's dead nuts square. No complaints whatsoever. High praise, I guess I'll put it that way. That's to take it right out of the box and make a cut like that. I'm impressed. Okay, so I know that that's good. Angle adjustments. I'm not going to mess with that right now, but you can pull this out of the miter slot, you just can't put it back in. You've got these stops here at 15, 22 and a half, 30, 30, 35, I guess? No, 36. Those must be for whatever. 45 and 60. So, like I said, I'm impressed with the way it works, but this is the part I'm not thrilled about, the fact that I just can't drop it in and go to work. Got to come back here, put it in, and now go to work. But small price to pay for what the capability is. And the other thing is, it is much lighter than this one, much lighter. But rock solid, beautiful piece. Okay. That's it. Thanks for watching.